Yo, welcome to the video. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, join the tribe. And if you've been tuned in, you already know the vibe, man. Thanks for coming back. Listen, I'm on my way to the gym. And I figured, damn, this is the perfect time for me to just tap into this topic real quick. Had somebody drop a comment in one of my videos talking about, oh, thank you, this is great information, thank you for sharing this with me, right? And then that's the type of shit I like. So keep on commenting below what you want to know, and if you like these videos, smash that like button. So the comment also said something like, so what was the question? The question was pretty much, it was two questions actually in one. It was pretty much like, okay, what is real love? And when do you know somebody is worth fighting for, that you love, right? Somebody that you love is worth fighting for. Like when the love that you have for somebody is worth fighting for, right? So to break it down, here's what I'll say, all right? First thing, man, let me talk about this concept of love, okay? Now, love, dude, it's pretty easy to love people. You can love somebody relatively quick. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can just love people without even knowing people. You can just love just because you have love in your heart. Loving is just an energy, right? It's the spirit of compassion, tolerance, acceptance, non-judgment, connection and stuff like that. It's that feeling, okay, I care about this person, right? That's basically love, See, there's a difference though between, especially when relationships, right? When it comes to relationships, like loving somebody, and I would say being in love. Because if you're in love, it's a deeper thing, right? Now, just going forward, talking about love, like, you got love for your family, you got love for your friends, you got love for your coworkers, you got love for, just people or whatever. So the word love is kind of a, multifaceted, multiple definitions to it. So, love is like, self-love, right? Do you love yourself? Okay, I'll break it down though. How do you know what is real love? Simple. It's when it doesn't have to be chased, right? It's when it doesn't have to be sought after. It's when it doesn't have to be, second guessed or second thought, right? You know when you know, okay? Real love is when there's no uncertainty. It's 100%, knowing. Love is a great thing because real love is pretty hard to find, actually, right? I mean, if we're talking about the way I believe the question was designed, they want to know the relationships, right? So how do you know if a woman loves you when you love a woman? What's real love in that term, like in that aspect? Because that's really what we're talking about when we talk about love. We're not talking about like, oh, I love pizza. Like, no, like they want to know, like, how do you know when like you're in love and that love is real and that you should stay with that person, etc. So here's what I'll say. If that person doesn't judge you, right? If that person cares about you, if that person puts you first, right? If they literally oftentimes put your feelings and your considerations and like just you before them, it's a good sign that they love you. If there's somebody who's, they're understanding, they're compassionate, they're tolerant. I might have said these before, but again, if there's somebody who's, patient with you, if there's somebody who is always giving you a lending and helping hand and giving you advice and positive feedback and constructive criticism, then they probably, love you and they care about you, right? And if this woman here, and I'm noticing there's an increase of women watching my channel now, but whatever, bro. I'm just talking to people, man. Listen, love is like when that person, shows you that they care. They demonstrate. They don't just say it. They could say it. Don't get me wrong, but love is actions, bro. Love is actions. You can see when somebody loves you. You can feel it. More than when they just say it, right? There's this energy to it. So love is the energy behind it all. It's the intention behind it all. Okay, what are your intentions, right? So, keep that in mind, man. You'll know when somebody loves you, or if you love somebody, just because you're going to be thinking about them. They're going to be thinking about you. You're going to want to just help them. You're going to want to learn more about them. You're going to want to be around them. That person's going to want to be around you, and vice versa, right? it's just gonna be this feeling of, wow, I'm so happy, I'm so lucky, I'm so blessed, right? Because you have this person who you really feel like you're connected to, who, you know, who understands you, and that you can share your life and your experiences with, right? And grow with, right? That's what love is. Love is when you have that person there for you, that allows for all those things to happen. Somebody who helps you become your best version. Somebody who helps you prosper. Somebody who helps you evolve, and tap into your fullest potential. That's what love is. Love is somebody who is not afraid to let you go. Somebody who's not trying to control you, and they're saying, you know what, do what you want, be free. Either way, I support you, I care about you. That's real love. You know, especially when we're talking unconditional love, meaning regardless of whatever is going on, regardless of the conditions, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of whatever it is, right? I still love you, right? They still love you. That's real love. You know, love is something that has to be tested. You know, you can't just, it can't, you know, it's there, it can be there, but love goes through things, and it strengthens over time, right? So it's something that it can be nurtured, and something that can be improved on, something that can actually develop into more than it was initially. Now, you know, if you guys think, you know, well, what about, you know, how do I know if this person's worth fighting for? Well, you're not necessarily gonna want to fight. You don't want to fight. You don't want to fight. That's number one, okay? I mean, like, there's gonna be times when you're probably like, oh, is this worth it, being with this person? I can't tell. Maybe there's mind games, maybe there's confusion, maybe there's arguments, you know, maybe there's poor communication. No, there could just be misunderstanding. Whatever the case may be, you know, the key here is, you know, to know who you're truly dealing with in the beginning, from the start. Know yourself, know how you are as a person in relationships, you know, and know your boundaries, know, you know, what you accept and what you don't accept, what you're willing to tolerate and what you're not, you know what I mean? Know what qualities you stand for and you don't, your values and your morals, right? Know what it is that you represent, you know, and what you want, you know, who you want your partner to be. Your partner, that person's somewhat of a reflection of you, right? Because it's your choice to be with that person. So make sure that you're demonstrating, like, listen, I need to make good choices, therefore you need to be a good person, you know, stuff like this. And that way, you know, you're gonna get that reciprocity, you're gonna get that love, because you're gonna show that, because it's not gonna be a two-way street though, right? And that's the problem with a lot of times people, they fight, you know, and that's the thing, like, there's love, and then what happens? One person loves a little harder than the other one, right? Some person's doing a little bit more, or some person's not showing as much, right? So there's always this thing where you guys got to find that balance, you know, and you need that validation, and you want that acceptance, right? You want that unconditional love, that support. Now, the thing about that is like this, so, you know, if, you know, people make mistakes, you know, try to understand it, try to have a conversation about it, try to work on it, and so things don't happen again. But you don't want people to take advantage of you, right? So that's the kind of thing, like, if you're in a situation now where it's like, should I stay in this, it's not working, or there's negatives, so there's bumps in the road, like, I mean, like, we all get it, you know, nothing's perfect, nobody's perfect. But if there's situations or relationships that you're a part of right now where you really got to question, like, ooh, is this the one? Should I be in this relationship? Like, you know, maybe there's negativity, there's awkward silences because it's like you guys just aren't on the same page, or there's just some random conflicts, right? Think about it, reevaluate yourself, reevaluate your situation. Is that love? Is it worth fighting for? Fighting for, right? We call it fighting for. I hope you're not physically fighting and actually, like, you know, yelling and arguing. That's definitely not it. If that's the case, you need to get out of that relationship right now. You should never be arguing, you know, raising your voice, yelling, cursing, bringing the other person down. Nothing like that. You should never be doing that. Okay, you should always be speaking words of greatness, of purity, of love, and health. You know, 4 agreements. The first one, I'm pretty sure, is like, you know, be impeccable with your word. You know, and you know, just like, don't argue with somebody just because you think you love them or you want them to love you, and you're trying to change how they feel about you. Like, a lot of people make that mistake. They try to change how other people feel about them. Like, dude, that person's gonna feel how they feel about you regardless. Okay, so that's not love. That's not real love. That's like forced, whatever you want to call it. It's just artificial. Like I said, bro, love comes naturally. It comes to those who are ready for it. And honestly, you don't really have to fight for it, because when it's real and when it's genuine, it's authentic, it just happens and flows. And it's timeless. So cool thing about love is like a butterfly. It comes and goes when it pleases, and it pleases wherever it comes and goes. So ladies and gentlemen, hope this video was informative for you. Make sure you hit that like button if it was. Subscribe if you haven't already, man. What are you waiting for? Tap in. You know I make lit videos like this all the time. Check out the scenery. Shout out to everybody who is already a part of the family. Make sure you look at all the links in the description. You know what I mean? Follow the story, follow the journey, get the book. Give me some topics to talk about. Love all the comments lately. Love all my new followers. Shout out to everybody who's been with me from the start. We're really, you know, blessed to be able to provide this content for you. You know what I mean? Me and myself and I should say. It's not really a we thing, but as a community, we put these videos out because you guys give me ideas and, you know, input, and then I put the content out. So, you know, without you guys, what am I doing? What would I do this for, right? So I don't do these videos just to hear myself talk. You know, I really want to help you guys out, give you value. So boom, as always, man. Until next time, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, blessed, and focused on success. And when you see me drop another video, you already know what to do, bro. Stop playing with me. Tap in. Bow. Thanks for watching. Peace.